Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a nice day, Madam Shabina. So before we move on to the next part of this video, I would like to introduce myself first. So my name is NURSYAHIRAH binti ISMAIL JOHARI, and I'm from CS2514B. My matriculation number is 2021102867. So in this video, there will be two parts. The first part will consist of the project background, the problem statement, the objective and the significance of this mini project. And the second part will be consist of two videos, which are the first video are the components required for this mini project, and the second video will be consist of how this prototype works. There will be a demonstration video in that part. So let's move to the next part. So basically, before I come up with the title of this mini project, I found that humans tend to forget about something that just happened 1 second ago when they are not in focus situation. Something like small and important, which is our car keys, our house keys, and even our wallet too. We tend to forget where the last time we put it. And it always happens when we need it as soon as possible and urgently. It will always go missing. Even though we will just use it few seconds ago and we want to use it again this time, but it lost. We cannot find it anywhere, even in this house, even in the car, even at the office too. We cannot find it, but after a long search we managed to find it. So this happened in every household, as I can say, and it is a bad situation because it will take a lot of time to search, and it will make our mood bad because it makes us feel angry and emotional while looking for it because we cannot find it as soon as possible and urgently. So this situation later makes the whole occupants of the house or the person that are into the situation learns their lesson that they cannot put it anywhere and have to put it back to its place after use it every single time. But then we are also human. We tend to forget to place it back to the same place. So it will repeat again and again and again. So this is how I come out with this project, which is I want to do a smart keychain project, which is something small that can find our items either indoor and outdoor. So from the project background, I come up with a problem statement, which I found out for research that our brain sometimes can only focus at one thing at a time. Even though someone is a multitasking person, they can only do a physical core activity for multitask, but not for our brain to focus on two things at a time. So when we try to focus on two things at a time, that is when our brain fail to activate our memory and encode what we are doing, such as where we put down our keys when we talk to another person at the same time. And this happened to be a lot of times. Like we try to put our keys and we talk to another person. So this happened repeat, even though we have learned our lesson that we need to put it back at the place. So furthermore, having a punctual daily life plan is tough due to necessity to identify an item that has been forgotten or lost for a long time before we manage to find a specific location, and which may be in our vehicle, in our house, or even in our office, or even it was dropped somewhere in the supermarket or something. So sometimes we cannot find it at all because it's not in our range of distance. So yeah, that is the problem statement of this project. So after I come up with a project background and problem statement, I have a purpose of completing this project, which is I want to develop an IOT based product. So this mini project can help assist humans in maintaining their schedules and minds in order to by making their everyday lives better and easier. So when we, as someone that have already organized and detailed schedules for the day, what we want to do, what we need to do at an exact time, But when this situation happens, when we need to find the item that we need to use at the time is lost, we need to find them for a time maximum for 15 minutes to 30 minutes just to find the keys, just to find the wallet, just to find the lost item. It will pull our schedule to the back. So with this mini project, it can solve by find the lost item as soon as possible and detailed as well, as detailed as they can. So there are 3 components that are important in completing this prototype, which is the first is the ultrasonic sensor, GPS module, and the last one is buzzer. So in this video, I will show you what are the components required in completing this prototype. First, I need to have 2 micro USB ports that will be connected to my laptop USB port here as a power source. And then the marker Uno will be connected with the buzzer and the Bluetooth module as the buzzer to works. Here is a marker Uno. There's also a resistor of 10k ohm, Bluetooth module HC05, active piezoelectronic buzzer, GPS module, ultrasonic sensor, MCU, ASP8266, and there is also a few jumper wires here, which consists of male to male jumper wires and male to female jumper wires. So the connection is this marker Uno will be connected with the Bluetooth module, and the Bluetooth module will give power to the buzzer to works, and MCU will be connected with both ultrasonic sensor and the GPS module. So let's move on to the next part, which is the demonstration on how to use this prototype. So firstly, I need to use 2 USB port micro USB cable to connect it to my laptop USB port here, and another one is here. For the white cable is for the marker Uno board, and the black one is for the MCU board here. Okay, so I will start first with the buzzer on how it works. So basically, when it is time to know that the buzzer is ready to use is when there is light here that will support 5 volt of buzzer power source, which is 5 volt, and this is the connection between the buzzer and Bluetooth module to the marker Uno board. So if the user wants to use the buzzer, the user can just on their phone and open this application here, which called Arduino Bluetooth Control, and refresh to find the Bluetooth module, which is the HC05. Wait until it's connected, and this is connected. So click on the button and slider section, and they can just click on C button for a loud beep sound. And for the D button is to switch off the loud beep sound. I will try it again. C for switch on, and D for switch off. Just simple as that. Okay. For the GPS and ultrasonic sensor to works. Okay, so for ultrasonic sensor to works, it needs at least 2 cm from the sensor to give the position. So in order to use the GPS and ultrasonic sensor are using the MCU here. So the MCU is already powered, and as you can see in the GPS module, there will be a LED blue light indicator here to show the user that the GPS is already ready to use. They can give the location of the item to the user by using the Blink application. So how it works, I will show you on the left side of the video, because I'm currently using the phone to record this prototype, so I can only show you by a screen record on the left side of the video. I will explain to you. As for this ultrasonic sensor, it will show you the distance when the user click on the play button on the Blink application, and it will give a different number of distance when the user try to move back to the front, and if the item is 30 centimeter back, like more than 30 centimeter, then it will give a notification, alert notification that the item is more than 30 centimeter, more than 30 centimeter, and the user needs to alert about it. As for the GPS module, it will display the latitude, the longitude, the number of satellites connected, the speed and the duration of the item, and also the map widget. It will give the exact location in the map so that the user can refer to it. So I think that's all for my prototype, and it's all connected on the breadboard because I'm not using the solder option because there is also a breadboard here. So in this video is the coding that I have used in completing this prototype. So this is for the I'm defined and calling the library used, which is software serial and so on for the GPS, for the ESP8266, for the Blink, for the software serial, and this is for the definition of my ultrasonic sensor, and this one is for the GPS, this one is for the ultrasonic sensor, this one is for GPS and for ultrasonic sensor, and this one is for the GPS too. So this is where I initialize for the Blink application. This is the authentication key, this one is my network name and the password. So this is where I set up for the GPS, for the ultrasonic sensor, where the trigger pin is the output and the echo pin is the input, and this is for the buzzer, which the port 13 is as the output, where the loud beep sound will be output. So this is for the check GPS. If there is no GPS detected, then it will output like this on the serial monitor, but on the application will be shown the GPS error. And this is for the GPS, for the Bluetooth, for the button for C and D, and this is for the GPS reading, and this is for the ultrasonic sensor, where if there is 30 and above distance, then will be alert on the Blink application. So that's all. Thank you.